Thinking and communication question. For what value of a and b is the limit x approaching 0 for the function square root of ax plus b minus 3 divided by x is equal to 0? This is indeed a very interesting question. Now here, if I plug in 0, what do I get? So I get square root of a times 0 plus b minus 3 over x. So that is what I get if I write x equals to 0. Sorry, and that x becomes 0, right? Over 0. Okay? If I substitute x equals to 0, this is what I get. And that is equals to square root of b minus 3 over 0. Now, this really doesn't have a limit at 1 as 1, correct? It cannot have, because something over 0 is undefined. Now, there's only one possibility of having a limit in such a scenario, and that is when the numerator is also 0, correct? So we get 0 over 0 form, correct? And then we can figure out how to rationalize it and then solve the problem. So the only possibility that this function can have any limit for that matter, maybe 1 or whatever, is when I can write this in the form of 0 over 0. So how can I write it in the form of 0 over 0? That is a big question. That can be done provided square root of b minus 3 is equal to 0. That is the only possibility. That means square root of b equals to 3, or b is equals to 3 squared, that is 9. So that gives me the value of b for this particular function. Okay, so now let's substitute b as 9 and then figure out how to solve it. And let's see, so that is the answer for b. So therefore, our function now becomes limit x approaches 0 for square root of ax plus 9 minus 3 over x. Now to find this limit, we should rationalize it. So that means we'll multiply and divide by ax plus 9 plus 3 divided by square root of ax plus 9 plus 3. Okay? That gives us limit of x approaching 0. The numerator becomes a square minus b square. That is, we have ax plus 9 minus 9 in the numerator, and the denominator is x times square root of ax plus 9 plus 3. Now clearly 9 minus 9 is 0, and so you have ax in the numerator, right? So limit x approaches 0, and we have here ax over x times square root of ax plus 9 plus 3. Now x and x cancels out, so that is what we were looking for, and it helped because we have put b as 9. So that is the correct way of doing it, right? So we got this function, we cancel out x. Now we can always substitute x as 0 and find what limit is. So if I do that, then I get this as a over, when I put 0 here, then a times 0 is 0, right? We get square root of 9 plus 3. Now this is given to us as 1. Now we know that a over square root of 9 is 3. 3 plus 3 is equal to 1. That is given. That is the limit which is given to us. And this simplifies to a equals to 3 plus 3 is 6. 6 times 1. So a is 6. Do you see that? Therefore, the answer is that a equals to 6 and b equals to 9. So this is a very interesting problem, and I hope you understand the concept here. The concept is that such a function can have limit only if we have 0 over 0 form, correct? If you have 1 over 0 or something over 0, then that is not defined, and therefore we can't have any limit. But if it is indeterminate form, then we can use factoring or rationalization techniques to find the limit, as we did here, right? So the first part, to bring it to 0 over 0, gave us the answer for B, which was 9, and then we literally found the limit and equated that to the given limit. If the limit would have been something else, we could have got answer A as something else, correct? But that's the method to do it. I hope you appreciate it. Thank you.